Hey everyone, Miles G170 here with a brand new game review. I've been lucky enough to get early access to Super Farming Boy, and I'm excited to tell you all about it. Quick disclaimer, I'm not being paid for this review, but I was provided a free copy of the game, along with an influencer code that I'm going to share with you later on in the video. If you've been around the channel for a while, you know I'm a big fan of both farming and action games, and Super Farming Boy combines the best of both worlds. Just a heads up, we're only going to be focusing on the first season of the game because I want you to experience the rest for yourself. From the moment I saw this game, what stood out was the vibrant art style and intriguing gameplay. The trailers gave it almost a puzzle game vibe, and in some ways it is, but we're going to talk more on that in a bit. I was definitely interested from the trailer, but Super Farming Boy turned out to be much more than it first appeared. Alright, that's enough setup, let's dive into the review. The gameplay kicks off with the familiar sleepyhead hero trope. After waking up, you explore your farm and learn the core mechanics, harvesting, chaining combos, and other basics. The tutorial does a great job of easing you into the action while showing off the game's unique style. Then, out of nowhere, an event wipes out everything you've built, forcing you to start over from scratch. It's a gut punch moment, but once that feeling of hopelessness fades, the real game can begin. One of the most interesting aspects of Super Farming Boy is the complete lack of an inventory. Instead of micromanaging tools, you simply buy them and use them when needed. On top of that, you can rescue adorable helper pets that automate certain tasks around the farm. Seeds can be purchased or found in the wild, and once you pick them up, they follow you. No menu diving required. Crops come in a wide variety. Some are single harvest, others can be reharvested, and a few only grow under specific conditions, like day only or night only crops. There are also utility plants that can change the environment, such as crops that emit light so others can grow at night. Crops often have effects when harvested, like corn, which hits the adjacent space to the right, enabling chain reactions or even breaking obstacles like rocks and wood. Mobility is another highlight. You can take to the skies, which makes zipping around the farm a breeze, at the cost of your precious stamina. At the end of each day, you'll tally up your earnings from everything harvested or collected, and then you get to decide how to spend your money. Do you upgrade your tools, increase your stamina, or rescue your friends? Balancing these options takes some time, but it's rewarding once you find the right rhythm. There's one word that comes to mind when describing Super Farming Boy. Loud! And I mean that in the best way possible. When you're harvesting crops and chaining combos, the screen erupts into busy, colorful chaos. Sound effects ping for just about everything. Harvesting, breaking rocks, watering crops, and it somehow never feels overwhelming. It's loud, but it's controlled chaos. Even the act of purchasing seeds adds to the energy. They don't just go into a bag, they bounce along behind you like a tiny army of enthusiasm. The art style is bright, flashy, and unapologetically expressive. Colors pop off the screen, and Super, our main character, conveys a ton of emotion without saying a single word. The game's character is just as wild as its visuals. Standouts include the over-the-top villain Corpo, the quirky water dog, and of course, Super himself. Even the seeds have personality. They're adorable and animated in a way that makes them feel alive and full of character. One of the biggest highlights in Super Farming Boy is how quick and accessible the gameplay is. I originally planned to just play the first season for this review, but before I knew it, I was nearly finished with the second. The game just has that one more day feeling that just pulls you in. Another major win is the inventory system, or rather, the lack of one. It keeps things smooth and focused on the action, not the micromanagement. Combined with the charming art style and fresh twist on the farming genre, this game is definitely worth checking out if you're looking for something different. That being said, I do have a few critiques. Stamina drain feels a bit aggressive in the early game. Yes, you can upgrade it later, but until then, buying food to keep going is pricey and can slow your momentum. It's not game-breaking, but it is worth mentioning. Another small issue is how cluttered the farm is during Season 1. There's a ton of debris, and with limited tools and space, it can be a challenge to get much done while still learning the ropes. That said, It's something I've already started planning around, and I'm looking forward to testing some new early game strategies during my stream when the game officially launches. This game is awesome. There's no other word for it. Super Farming Boy is a perfect blend of action, puzzles, and cozy gameplay. It's the kind of game that makes you say, just one more day, over and over again. Every decision matters. Planting requires planning and understanding how each crop behaves. There's even an upgrade that helps with that. Nailing big combos means bigger payouts, and managing your stamina wisely really showcases your growth as a player. It's a delight to play, offering the charm of games like Stardew Valley, Story of Seasons, and other life sims, with its own fast-paced, chaotic spin. The game will officially launch soon across just about every platform. Steam, Epic Games Store, iOS, Android, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, itch, Mac, and even the tvOS. Seriously, they're gonna be everywhere. It releases for early access August 12th on Steam. And if you want a head start, use my code M170SHKVO for 50k in-game currency. I recommend saving it for the second season. It can make the early game a bit too easy. Plus, you can stack my code with others you find out there for a massive cash boost. Give the game a shot and let me know what you think. I'll be streaming it live on release day, and I'd love to hear how your farms are doing. As always, I'm MilesG170, and I'm so thankful to LemonChili for letting me review this awesome game, and to you for sticking around to the very end. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that thumbs up, and drop a comment so I know to keep making more videos like this in the future. Say it with me now. Take care of yourself, take care of your friends, and be better. See you next time.